Hello students, how are you all? I hope everyone is fine and doing well. So last grammar class we started noun and we also did some kinds of noun. Today also we are going to do a few kinds of noun. First one, concrete noun and abstract noun. Concrete noun. The nouns that we learnt about so far are the names of people, places, animals and things. These are all material things that we can see, hear, smell, feel or touch. These are called concrete nouns. Example, dog, tree, child, building. Nouns that name qualities, feelings and ideas are called abstract nouns. Example, courage, kindness, heat, anger. So, the nouns that we can touch, those are the material things. We can touch, we can feel, we can smell, we can hear, we can see. All these are called concrete nouns. Example, dog, tree, child and all. And the nouns, those are the names of qualities or feelings or ideas such as courage, kindness, heat, anger, which we cannot see, we cannot hear, we cannot smell, we cannot feel or we cannot touch. These are called abstract nouns. So these are the two kinds of another noun. Next we have is countable noun and uncountable noun. Nouns that can be counted are called countable nouns. We can add numbers before countable nouns like 1 child, 3 tigers, 10 holidays. Nouns that cannot be counted are called uncountable nouns. We cannot add numbers before uncountable nouns like rice, water, weight. If we want to talk about a particular quantity of an uncountable noun, we pair it with a countable noun. For example, toothpaste is an uncountable noun, but a tube of toothpaste is countable. As such, a grain of rice, a sack of wheat, a glass of water. So those nouns which we can count is called uncountable noun, and those which we cannot count is called uncountable noun. Countable nouns like child, trees, holidays, then uncountable like rice, wheat, water. These things we cannot count. But if we want to talk about a particular quantity of an uncountable noun, then we have to pair the uncountable noun with a countable noun, like a grain of rice, then a sack of wheat, a glass of water. So one countable noun has to be added with an uncountable noun if we have to measure the quantity of that uncountable noun. Otherwise, we cannot measure it. Next we have is gender. The gender of a noun tells us whether it is male, female, either male or female, or neither male or nor female. Noun gender is important because it affects how we use other words in a sentence. There are 4 genders in English: masculine, male, feminine, female, common, male or female, neuter, non-living, things. So gender of a noun tells us whether that noun is male, a boy, female, a girl, or it is either male or female or neither male or female. So there are 4 kinds of genders, that is masculine gender, feminine gender, common gender, neuter gender. Masculine gender tells us the noun is boy or girl. Feminine gender tells us the noun is girl or female. Common gender tells us that the noun is both male or female. Like baby. If we say baby, then it comes under both male and female. We are not saying a baby boy or a baby girl. We are just saying baby. By the word baby, we cannot predict whether it's a male or a female. So it's a common name. Like common nouns, common name. Neuter is non-living things like book, river, phone. All these are neuter gender. So this is gender with 4 kinds. Then we have possessive nouns. Nouns which shows that something belongs to someone are called possessive nouns. To form a possessive noun, we use an apostrophe after the noun and add an S. If the noun ends in S, we only add an apostrophe. Example, Atul's car, Mr. Bishwa's house. So possessive nouns are those nouns which shows that the thing belongs to someone, like my box, your books. So this is my thing, your thing. no one has any other authority upon these things. These are called possessive nouns, which shows the belongingness of someone or something. When we write possessive noun, we put an apostrophe s after the word. But if the noun is already ending with an s, then we put the apostrophe after the s. Apostrophe is a comma which we put on top. Like for example, Atul's car. Here Atul is there. So after Atul we are giving a comma on top and then s is given. Bishwas is the word which is already ending with an s. So here Mr. Bishwa's house, Bishwas, after s we are putting the apostrophe. So this is how we put apostrophe when we show possessive noun. If the word is ending with an s, then we put the apostrophe after s. If the word is not ending with an s, then we put the apostrophe first on top and then we write an s. So these are the different kinds of noun. I hope you are clear with it. I'm going it little bit fast because you have already done these things like concrete, abstract, countable, uncountable, gender. All these things are already done in class 3. Possessive nouns which we have not done, or we have done but we have not done in much details. So I am giving focus on this. I hope you are clear with the explanation. If you have any doubt, you can clarify it in the evening session. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.